Hello, my name is Kenok, and I am here with a video, for Ion Classic. I've actually been talking for the last 17 minutes, giving information, all that stuff, but microphone was, or at least basically all the hardware needed to record my voice was not plugged in and turned on, so that was 17 minutes wasted. Either way, um, I actually recorded a video last night talking about Ion Classic and my thoughts, etc., etc. But it was also during a time when I was very tired. I couldn't sleep last night, so I tried to make a video and it didn't work out too well. Either way, I decided to just go ahead and just scrap it, make a new video, and start from here. Level 21, which is good because leveling right now in this is very slow. If you're used to current Ion where you can breeze through the lower levels very easily, and you don't want to go slower than that, don't get on this. Don't play this. The slog, the leveling slog is real. But if you don't mind it, if you've done this before and you don't mind having to do, you know, long long leveling and basically grinding for levels like back in the day, then hey, come and join. Okay, so a little bit about Ion Classic first of all. Ion Classic is basically version 1.2 content with the 2.7 client. This way, you have the nice options. You get the high quality engine, or the default if you want, but you are playing very old content. This is 1.2. You don't have access to Bellaria. You are at max level 50, but you do have access to the Abyss, and of course Rifting, PvP, and anything beyond Altguard and Verderon. So everything else is PvP driven. And believe me, there's plenty of it. I've already seen plenty of it. If you want to know what my setup is for this game and why it's running at 60 frames per second and everything, or at least close to it, as close as you can get. Um, I'm actually running on a Ryzen 5 2600 non-X, so it's not overclocked. 32 gigs of RAM. It's telling me I'm running it at like 1500 megahertz, which is incorrect because the RAM is actually 2133 when I got it, but I overclocked it to about 3 gigs? No, 2400 or something like that. But it's not registering properly for some reason. And an RX 570 4 gig video card, also not overclocked because it doesn't like to overclock for whatever reason, or at least not on Windows 10. Um, yeah, it's pretty good. I actually have models turned off, Shift F12, which in the back on. With a lot of players on the screen, I get like around 20 frames per second, but it's still playable to me anyway. I'm used to low frames, and with it on, without them on, between 50 and 60, that's not bad. Anyway, there is a difference also between this and normal Ion. First of all, again, leveling is a slog. Go slow. If you're not used to low XP rates, don't bother. Also, this is basically based on the old subscription model from the days of yore. You don't have to buy the client anymore. You don't have to buy the game anymore. You can just download it for free. And it does have a free trial nowadays. You can get the free trial just by installing the game and playing it. You get 1 hour of unrestricted gameplay. After that, there's a whole bunch of stuff that basically gets taken away from you, and you basically make half the amount of XP from regular kills. From quests and campaigns, you get the 100%, and you get items and everything of all kinds of grades and rarity and everything, but you don't get Kina, you don't get AP, you cannot craft. Oh, no, you can craft. You cannot gather. And I'll show you here in a minute. This is basically, it's crazy. So here's what happens if you don't pay the subscription, which there's 3 days for 5, a full month for 15, or 90 days for 42, which only saves you about $3. You're better off just going with this. Um, so here, if you stick on the free trial, you have an hour each day with the full benefits. But if you basically just let it, if you go through the hour, you want to continue playing, you can continue playing. But unfortunately, your regular XP rate is going to be at half of what it was. It says common and below, which is basically whites and below, but that's not actually the case. It's superior and below, so you're only going to get greens and whites that drop for item acquisition. So, no getting heroics, which are blues, no getting eternals, which are yellows, no getting eternals, which are orange. None of that stuff. You're not going to be able to get that as common drops from mobs or bosses or anything like that out in the world, or from dungeons either. So, don't bother. Keen acquisition, none. Abyss points, none. Gathering, nothing. But you can craft. But what's the point if you can't actually get the materials you need to actually start crafting? I mean, technically, you can do the work orders, but you would still have to buy the stuff, and without any kind of Kina acquisition, it's going to be really difficult unless you purchase Kuna and then just sell it directly to the sell certain candies directly to the NPCs for money. But you only have 1 mil. You have a 1 mil limit on selling items, so it's going to take a while for you to build up a small fortune. And that's if you buy a whole bunch of candies. I I don't recommend it. For quests, yeah, you get 100% XP rate, and if a quest gives you like an eternal item, you're gonna get the eternal item. You can at least get all that stuff that you would normally get from quest. However, you're still not getting any. You're still not getting any Kina. You're not getting any abyss points. Nothing. So no money, and nothing to rank up. Which means also no PvP gear if you're gonna be doing that. Now, yeah, you can get the Kuna, so that way you can sell candies and stuff like that. Sell those candies and everything. You can only sell the candies to the NPC for 100k each. I'll show you here in a little bit that you can basically sell them for about a mil a day. So if you end up getting items, you can't sell them anymore. Can make extra money once you reach that 1 mil limit. So you're kind of out of luck because there's no direct trading, no private shops under the trial. You can join parties, you can join alliances, and you can join a legion, but that's pretty much about it. But of course, under the subscription, it's full gameplay like it would be on regular Aion, but it's not free to play, which is fine with me. Um, when it comes to Kuna, you can buy 5, 10, 30, 50, 100, 250. But this is all you can buy right now from the Kuna shop. The candies, the Deva set, the flying Deva set, which gives you it gives you one outfit, gives you a hat, wings, earrings, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. It gives you those 4 items for technically a cheaper price. So, um, then just getting them individually. But the earrings are kind of stupid because it's a cosmetic item, really, and who really worries about the earrings in this game? Wings, outfits, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that I can understand, but not earrings. You get plastic surgery tickets, gender switch, name change, legion name, the pink Griffo, which is a buff pet, golden Radama, which is a 30 slot bag pet, and the individual candy boxes. Like I said, each box carries 3 candies. They NPC for 100k, or you can summon other players for between 70k and 75k. But again, it's only if you're going to be on the subscription, you can summon the other players without issue. If not, you're only going to be able to sell as much as 1 mil. You can only sell up to like 10 candies a day to make 1 mil. So it's a slow process. You're better off just getting a subscription, buying these candies, and then selling them for like 70 to 75k each, depending on how much the player wants to pay for them. Honestly, I don't recommend making money this way because of how much it costs. It's basically a little over $10 for this pack of like 10 packages of candy. It's basically 30 candies right there. It's a little over $10. It just doesn't sit right with me. But hey, I mean, you want to do what you want to do, right? I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money. But yeah, this is essentially what it comes down to: is that you're paying a subscription fee to play the game again, and I'm okay with that because I started playing when Bellaria was a thing. It was Aion version 2.1. Bellaria had just come out. The level cap was 55. You could do Bash. Um, Gilgmaros and Ishalgan were brand new, along with Silentera. All of that stuff was new. Bash was new. Stormwing. Epic Abyss battles. Uh, level 40, 45, 50 twinks weren't a thing anymore. Everybody was pushing towards 55 and just being endgame. But here, right now, level cap is 50. Like I said, it's content 1.2 on a 2.7 client. So yeah, it's very old. This is actually a patch before I started playing. I did not play this patch, so I'm actually kind of having fun seeing what the game was like before I started playing. Although it's basically about the same, except that here it's taking a lot longer to actually level than it did when I started playing. Because even when Bellaria came out, XP was not as bad. It wasn't as difficult to level, but either way, right now it's a huge slog. You have to like really push yourself to get through it. Mind you, though, if you're used to grinding, it's not that bad. But I mean, I can go onto like Guild Wars 2, brand new account, you know, start leveling, and just I can make I can basically easily level from like I can make like 5 to 10 levels in like an hour, if even that. Hell, I can probably do 5 to 10 levels in like 30 minutes if I really know. If I really know what I'm doing, it's super easy. But here, it's taken me several days just to get to level 21. So if you're gonna be playing Ion Classic, beware. And that's to say, see, I used to play this game a long time ago. Almost 5 years ago, I was playing this game for almost 5 years, and I was my last character, at least the last character that I mained was a 3-star Songweaver, and that's when I really got into the PvP of the game. Before I used to not care about it, but then it was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try, and I really got into it. So that's how I ended up getting 3-star. Went to sieges, did PvP going into like uh, Signia and killing Elios, stuff like that. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I ended up getting my officer gear. I seriously had a lot of fun. But yeah, I didn't really get to do rifting that much. I didn't get to do what they called twinking from back in the day, and now I get the chance. I finally get the chance to actually live that through. So yeah, if you've got $15 to spend, I highly recommend doing the monthly subscription because believe me, you'll want all the stuff, and it really is worth it. Oh, another thing is there's a Deva Pass. This is brand new. Think of it kind of like the Atrian Atlas, but not, if that makes any sense. The Atrian Atlas back in the day was awesome. You got some PvP rings, or some PvP accessories. You got, plastic surgery ticket. You got a whole bunch of stuff from it that was really awesome. True black dyes, things of that sort. It really gave you a lot of awesome stuff to work with, like a lot of good items. Here, not so much. Not unless you unlock premium, which is $30 to do this. But I'm not sure if it's a one-time thing or if you have to keep paying $30 every single time. I'm not going to test that out right now because I don't have the money for it. I'm not going to worry about it right now. But if you do unlock it, you get a crown, you get titles, candies, a whole bunch of stuff. But only once you actually reach those levels. You basically have to level. Oh, did it start? Did it start again? No. What the heck? Oh, right. This is all the stuff I've unlocked. These are the things I have not unlocked yet. I'm actually currently Going up to the hovering set 7 days. I'm 70 points away. Basically, you do these quests or you do these things. Use 30 scroll items. It's a weekly. You have to do them all within a week. Use 100 coins. Obtain 9 titles. Use potions, food, or drinks 15 times. Defeat one field named monster, which I can actually do that right now. I can just go somewhere and do that. I actually think I know of a place where I can go do that. What's it called? I'm trying to think. I know there was a name monster I went after recently, and it was really easy to kill. And it was in a low level area. I don't remember where it was, though. I can do that, and I can get 80 points right here. That would easily get me up to the next level. This way I can get my hovering card set. So this is not as great. Honestly, Atrian Atlas was better. How the surveys were better, because you got gear out of that too. It may not have been like PvP gear, but you got, gear to level with or to help you level with and stuff like that. So it's not as great, but it's fine. It's whatever. It's still something that they didn't have before. Uh, yeah. Okay. So enough talking about that. Also, obviously, the economy is brand new, so things are going to be very expensive. Running scrolls, courage scrolls, awakening scrolls, they're all very expensive. Potions, serums, elixir, or basically potions and serums are going to be very expensive. Uh, Food is going to be expensive, stuff like that. It's all going to be expensive because people haven't made a lot of them yet, but then they're working on it. It's going to take some time. These are stuff that I had from the David Pass, so you know. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. Oh, actually, no. Apparently, these I bought from the. I bought these from the broker, and I put them there, so that's why they're there. And if I buy more, they'll be auto registered and everything. Um, but yeah, it's still a good game. As you can see, Seal's Aura is on. It's got 25 days on it and everything. I've got my hotkey set up, at least for the time being. I'm going to be a DPS PvP cleric. This is why I went cleric, because I loved cleric for PvP. It was so much fun. Um, I may probably make another one. Oh, another thing to note. Back in the day, you could make up to 8 characters per account. Right now, it's only 6. They'll probably expand it later. But right now, you can only make up to 6 characters. The last 2 slots do not work. And if anything, I'll probably make a Templar, maybe. Probably a Chenner, but I'm not sure. Maybe a Spirit Master. But for now, definitely Cleric. I loved Cleric. If you build it right, it's a terror. You can heal yourself and still kill people relatively easily. So I've got actually 2 stigmas I'm ready for Flash of Recovery, Earth's Wrath, so this way I can kick some ass, take names, etc. etc. Right now I was leveling Essence Tapping, so that's what I've got. I've got a hat on for that. Those of you who have played Aion recently, or somewhat recently, when you go into your map, you could basically, click on a destination, and you could, you could click on a little, I want to say like a spawn point, or even a flight point, or a waypoint, really, and you would be teleported there after paying a fee, and then you had a small cooldown time before you could do that again. They don't have that here. You have to walk a lot. So that's another thing. The conveniences we had in later patches, we don't have those anymore. So if you don't want to slog, don't bother. If you want that nostalgia factor, and everything, then go for it. As for Lumbra, okay. Where is he? Oh, right. Morheim Fortress. Okay. Um, I actually captured myself going after a ranger with a with the Glad. Like there was a ranger that was out there trying to take out this Glad. Went ahead and came in and tried to get him. But as soon as he saw me coming, he's like, he booked it. The funny part was that he actually had two others with him, a cleric and I think an SM. So I think they killed the guy, and I couldn't help him because I ended up leave. We ended up like parting ways after he left because he just kind of disappeared. I guess he was waiting for his friends off at the distance, a safe distance. I ended up leaving so this way I could continue, and they ended up coming back where I was going, and they didn't see me, or if they did, they didn't care too much. They didn't want to get caught by the NPCs. I ended up getting stuck on a rock. I was like, oh come on. So they couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. Spin in the butt. Oh yay! Now I have access to Bluesland. About time. Let's go to Warheim. I actually turned off chats this way. We didn't have to look at it too much. I was actually going to talk about also um, last video I was working on. Oh, one way rift into Asmodee has appeared. Okay, so they could be anywhere. Um, in the last video when it didn't capture my microphone. I was talking also about a chat filter. The chat filter is really nice. It is not an official thing from NCSoft. It is actually a creation by a guy. I don't know who, some dude on the internet. He put up a GitHub where he hosts the file. The funny part is, get this. Um, you can edit the file. You can add new bots to it, or not even bots. You can add new phrases to it that they like to use to try to bypass the filters, and it just adds them on there. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. If you look at this is actually the newest one I just put in today while I was recording the other video before I scrapped it. These two are brand new. This was the last one that was there when I downloaded it. These are the two I added on, and I don't see them anymore. Well, this one I don't know yet. This one whispered me. This one was earlier, after the patch, after the maintenance hit. Never saw it again. This one I don't know yet because I haven't restarted my client. I added it on, saved it, but I have not restarted the client. But if he's there, I can't see it yet right now. But these are all the different things you can add in what they say, and then it'll filter them out once you restart the client after you save the file. It's really good. Apparently, Aion will be adding that functionality. Like NCSoft will be adding that functionality to Aion Classic. So this way, we don't have to rely on a third-party tool. But personally, I prefer the third-party tool because NCSoft doesn't have the time, energy, or probably even the motivation to keep up with it, as where players will. So, if you want, you can actually go to there's a I'll link the website in the description of where you can get this chat filter. Don't worry, it's not a hack or anything. It's not going to affect your gameplay. It just makes it so this way the spam is gone. So I think it's pretty killer. I think it's pretty rad. Oh, sorry. Burp fiend right now. Let's go to normal. Has anybody talked about any Ilios out here in Warheim? No. Nothing at all, huh? Wow. Looks like the Ilios are not out here. I see here is another one. See if we can I see that one's not on here. So here's what we're gonna do. As you can see this one right here. They're trying to bypass the filter, which they did. Well, this is all we have to do. We're gonna type in 3W, no spaces, P2PAH.com. That's all you need. Save it. And then when I restart the client, I won't see that anymore. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything about reports of Ilios around, so we should be okay. Either way, if I see one, I'm going to try to kill it, even if I'm vastly ill-equipped to do so. I just got a plus 10 Warhammer, so I guess there's that. Okay, so I've got my essence tapping. Oh, here we go. So, Blacora, but I want titanium and higher because I need to start leveling those up. I want to get the stuff I need to make scrolls, mostly awakening, running, courage, stuff like that. My clerk, excuse me, I'm sorry. My clerk can use them all. Running, obviously, everybody can use that. Awakening, it's good for casting speed, etc., etc. Courage, good for insta cast spells. So this way, it's less time, uh, or less animation time. So, Rudlog, Titanium. Here we go. This is where we're going to start off with. People aren't picking up their drops, so I'll pick them up for them. I don't think this person expected to not die to them. They're running away. Hmm? Oh, there's an Helios out there. Over by the Sprig habitat, so. Alright, I had a quest to pick up titanium, so. I'm gonna do that now. Although, in order for the Ilios to get here, they have to take a very, very long trip. So I'm not too worried about them coming out of here. Plus, there's a ton of guards on the way there. On the way here, anyway, so. Alright, let's go to the next one. Clerics. Usually I get tiny little lag spikes when Ilios is nearby. You see the gigantic red circle, too. Okay, there we go. Hey. Next node. It's boring, I know, but that's the thing with leveling. Gotta do the boring stuff too. The reason I'm doing essence tapping, titanium, all that stuff is not so that I have, stuff to make like armor and stuff like that. I'm not really interested in that. I could just get armor from dungeons and PvP armor mostly. But you're able to get the materials later on to make scrolls and stuff like that. Mostly like, was it ruby, sapphire, stuff like that. So you're gonna need that, and you need to essence tap for that stuff. So, ooh, greater titanium ore. Yep, very nice. When you get stuff like that, it gives you more XP or more gathering XP. So. I think it does. Um, even if it doesn't. Ooh, that's right. Actually, even if it doesn't, I can split that into what? Yeah, 3. I can just do this. There go 13. 2 more. And I complete that quest. And I'm still gonna keep doing this way I can get Rud logs, because that's also, I have a quest for that too. I have a quest for Vinna. I have a quest for something else as well. So, yeah, this is why it's also good to do essence tapping, aether tapping, because there are quests that allow you to. Oh, there you go. There are quests that want you to gather essence tap or aether tap, and then give you the results. So it's good XP. Okay, let's get the last one. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Not to mention, any excess stuff you can always sell. So, come on. Ouch. Painful. Let's see, where are you? There you are. Titanium. Titanium. Delicious titanium. After this, I think is what, orichalcum? I don't remember. Which orichalcum takes on a whole different meaning in Guild Wars 2 because it's the last metal. There's copper / bronze. Yeah, there's both. Iron, silver, gold, platinum, mithril, and orichalcum. So yeah, fun. Here, you've got iron, titanium, I think orichalcum, and then drenium. Drenium. Let's go up there. Yeah, let's get rid of this fool. Aha! Interrupted. Titanium. Titania's Anglesmith. I wonder if anybody can recite that reference. Oh, I think it's gonna fail. Oh, hey, alright. I'm not gonna complain. Usually have this hunch when something's near me. I know they're not here yet. There's a rank 5, rank 3 location duo. Oh, they're out there. I mean, that's clever. Camping a site that both sides need. Very clever. They deserve that AP. Greater titanium ore. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so gathering's boring, obviously, but again, it has its uses. Very, very good uses. Oh yeah, there's another thing. Um, there's no housing here, so Pernon and Oriel are not a thing. Still have one more charge of this thing. I do hope, I really do, that they come back with Tia Moranta. So, I would love to play with Tiamat, like inside of Tiamat's eye again. You know, collecting keys, stuff like that, doing the PvP. Um, that was even when I wasn't doing the PvP then, it was actually a lot of fun. A friend of mine and I used to go into the eye when we had uh, like when we were gone for a while. We used to get special passes that would take us to a little area for returning players, and we used to be able to go into the eye even if nobody had it. Or if the enemy had it, and we could still get in there because it would take us to the entrance of Tiamat's stronghold and some other one. Oh, Dragon's Refuge. So you used to be able to be sent to the entrance of those, not actually inside those instances, and those instances happened to be in the eye at the time. So if nobody owned the eye, and you were a returning player, didn't matter if you were Ilios or Asmo, you could go in there, collect keys from the keymasters a lot easier than if you were trying to, you know, play against other people that weren't returning users and get these keys and get all those crowns and excuse me, crowns, goblets, all that stuff. And it was great. I honestly thought it was a lot of fun. You still see Elios in there as well because they also had access if they were a returning player. Uh, if you were an Elios, you would see Asmos. If you were Asmos, you would see Elios, etc., etc. And if let's say the Elios had the eye, you know, an Asmo could be in there because they're a returning player. They could go to the entrance, go in there, and PvP the Ilios in there. So a lot of people thought they were somehow hacking their way into the eye. No, it was actually something that NCSoft allowed them to do. They allowed these people to go there. Oh, it looks like there's Ilios out there in the desert. And a bunch of them, apparently. I'm not sure how many, they didn't specify, but they said a big group. Usually, big group means anywhere between 3 and 10. So, take your point, take your pick. 105, okay. Oh, I am definitely getting tired. My odds have obviously been an indication of that. Which is good. I'm hoping my girlfriend's finally fallen asleep so we can go join her. But, yeah, I mean, Aion Classic is, for me, a lot of fun. Allows me to basically live my nostalgia, or relive my nostalgia, and also have fun with it, and basically be with other players that are on this server. Some that I've seen before, others I have not. So, yeah, fun. Did I put that in there? Yeah, I just haven't restored the client yet. Although I'm going to close the client here in a minute, so doesn't really matter now, does it? Okay, let's go ahead and heal ourselves. No, oh, right. Yes, if I had the filter, if I restarted the client, I wouldn't be able to see those two because of the filter. Because they're the 3WP2PAH.com, and now that I have that in there, this one, 3WP2PAH dot com, and then also 3W dot, all that stuff. They won't show up anymore once I restart the client. But obviously, I'm going to be going to bed here real soon. But when you find that kind of stuff, add it on here, save it. Probably going to ask you to save it as administrator if you've installed it properly. Unless Aion is not in a security enabled folder, so where you would need admin access to do that. But either way. Oh, we got this. But that's pretty much what it comes down to. Is that that shadow filter is really great. I just need to restart it, and that shouldn't happen again. Really effective. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much how Classic. I came here to relive my nostalgia. I main Guild Wars 2. I'm very happy about that. I like the PVE better in Guild Wars 2. Aion, the PvP is okay, or the PvE is okay. The PvP is better. I prefer Aion PvP over Guild Wars 2 PvP. So either way, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. But I wanted to thank everybody who watched this video. Uh, this was me, Kenok, playing Ion Classic, getting to know it better again, talking about the chat filter, etc., etc. But I hope that you all stay tuned for my next video. Hopefully, we'll be PvPing by then, but I don't know. Either way, um, you all have a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.